Progression is more interesting, more impactful, and more importantly, more in-depth than it has been in past Battlefield titles, and that's one of the key elements making Battlefield 5 a better game compared to predecessors such as Battlefield 1. But with this added quantity of content and depth of content comes of course a certain degree of complexity as well. While everybody understands what a class rank is, things start to get a little bit more difficult if you start talking about individual weapon, individual class ranks, or even specializations, special assignments, special unlocks, or individual Tide of War chapter ranks that we have in the game as well. Thus, this 4-tiered level of progression system that we have in Battlefield 5 isn't made easier to understand by the sometimes quite poor and unnecessarily complicated UI design. So what we're going to do in today's video is go through the different elements, the different tiers of progression available in Battlefield 5, and talk a little bit about what they are important for, what they unlock, and by what they are actually impacted. Now, career rank is the easy one to start off with because it is the most simplest in terms of progression. Everybody who's ever played a first-person shooter, I'd argue actually most games, will understand what a career rank is. It's essentially you get XP, you get leveled up. In Battlefield 5, however, you don't really get a hell of a lot for leveling up. Your current max rank sits at 50, and that's quite easy to achieve as soon as you put, I don't know, maybe 40 hours, maybe 30 hours into the game. You probably manage very quickly to rank up, but what it does unlock is vehicles. What I would like to add to that is though, I never even realized that I unlocked the vehicles when I started playing this game because you unlock them so quickly. There's not a lot of ranks needed in order to actually unlock all planes and all tanks in Battlefield 5 as it stands now. What the career rank does give you, however, that is important is company coin. Now, company coin is so important because it is an essential element not of buying skins or pretty cosmetics, but actually specializations, what are essentially flat-up upgrades to your weapons down the line or even to your vehicles, which give you an advantage over players who do not already have those specializations equipped. So I would very much recommend that you hold on to your company coin until you've actually unlocked and specialized all the weapons that you are interested in and all the vehicles before you start spending that good company coin on any kind of number of random skins that you enjoy or would like to be wearing. If you're wondering how to actually access the career rank, it's displayed plentiful even in game, but if you want to know how much XP you need, how many points you need to the next rank, you can usually find this at the end of the round displayed where it shows you your progress, and of course also on your profile in the Battlefield 5 menu where it will show you exactly how many points you need to rank up to the next level. Class rank is significantly more interesting than career rank, and that's because it actually has an impact on the game. Those who played Battlefield 1 will know what class rank is. We had it there as well, but it was a lot less impactful and a lot less detailed in terms of what it does than it is in Battlefield 5. It also takes you a hell of a lot more time to actually max your class rank in Battlefield 5 as it stands now than it does compared to Battlefield 1. Now, amongst the things that class rank actually gets you is new primary weapons, new gadgets, new melee weapons, as well as the very lucrative special assignments, the proficiency assignments, and the mastery assignments for individual classes. Those in turn either give you special skins or they give you company coin, as previously mentioned, an important part of Battlefield 5's progression system. But of course, what really is going to be interesting for everybody is primary weapons. You start off with one primary weapon in each category of weaponry available in Battlefield 5, and well, even those who really like to just play one gun in any given shooter like to try out a couple before they settle on which gun they're going to go 100,000 kills on. So you're going to want to unlock your guns rather sooner than later, especially if you find that certain guns are better suited to your playstyle than others, because of course you're stuck with one gun at the beginning that fits either your playstyle or it doesn't. Weapon and vehicle progression in the way it's been implemented in Battlefield 5 is new to the Battlefield franchise as far as I'm aware. It definitely wasn't in Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1. And it's surprisingly impactful again in how good your weapon is and how well you perform on the battlefield. Amongst the things that these individual weapon and vehicle ranks actually unlock are your specializations or your upgrades for the weapon that we were talking about earlier when mentioning company coin. For each level you get with your weapon, you'll be able to unlock a further specialization tier. So that means with most weapons and vehicles, after 4 levels, you have everything unlocked. I would like to mention though, you still have to apply those upgrades, purchase those upgrades with your company coin in order for them to be active. So don't just assume because you've played with a weapon, it suddenly has less horizontal recoil. No, you're going to have to choose that specialization or whatever other specialization you want. Another part of the weapon and vehicle skill progression or progression system is the proficiency and mastery assignments. Much like with the class rank, each individual weapon has proficiency and mastery assignments. And these are, I should note, multi-tiered. So there's not just one proficiency assignment and not just one mastery assignment. No, each individual weapon has multiple of these, kind of part 1, part 2, etc. And what those give you are unique skins, some of the nicer looking skins. So if you're somebody who cares about how your gun looks, those assignments, proficiency and mastery, are going to be very important to you because they're going to give you the gold-plated STG or the Chrome Sturmgewehr 1.5, whatever is kind of your personal preference. Lastly, then we have the chapter rank from Tides of War. This is not fully implemented yet because Tides of War hasn't quite started. Nevertheless, it's impactful and will be impactful, and interestingly enough, it's more of a temporary thing. So you have a chapter rank for an individual chapter of Tides of War. Once you move on to the next chapter, while this is not fully confirmed, I would assume that chapter is done and you've either managed to unlock certain cosmetic items or certain upgrades, or you just haven't. Now, one example, and the only example of what we have so far for this, is the beta assignment. This was something that was playable in the public beta, but we don't have any assignments since. You'll be seeing an example of it on the screen right now. But all of these elements are bound together to a certain extent by assignments. Now, assignments are more of a voluntary element of Battlefield 5 in that you don't really have to do them, but I would absolutely recommend that you get on them, especially, as previously mentioned, those proficiency and mastery assignments, because not only is this an easy way to get good company coin so that you can afford those upgrades that you need or that beautiful skin that you saw in the armory, they're also actually responsible for unlocking some of the higher end cosmetic items, and they're actually a decent amount of fun and quite achievable. You can be running 4 assignments at any time in addition to your daily assignments. Now, these daily assignments are always activated, and all they ever give you, I think, is 100 or maybe 200 company coin. But if you're grinding for that gold-plated skin or certain item in the game, that's probably the quickest way to do it, other than just flat up ranking up. Now, special assignments can also actually end up giving you career XP. So they can also actually help you upgrade your career rank, which in turn, of course, leads to more company coin. I think the trend is pretty clear here. There's a hell of a lot of different ways to make company coin in Battlefield 5. And it's kind of important to manage to do so, but at least I, for my part, haven't really struggled so far in being able to purchase all the upgrades whenever I needed them. Then again, I haven't gone on a skin shopping spree just yet. Just to round things off, I'd like to quickly mention there is also medals and dog tags, which can be earned by completing certain assignments, but those are not really impactful. I mean, yes, dog tags will be displayed, but as far as I've seen, medals are absolutely useless. I don't think you get any reward, or I haven't seen any reward written out for them just yet. I may be wrong in that case. They may give you, as in past Battlefield games, some simple career XP, but other than that, they're far less of a focus in this progression system than they were in past progression systems, because we now do have a fully fledged unlock and upgrade system for weapons, vehicles, individual classes, and your career as such. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the progression in Battlefield 5. Is it as much of an improvement to you as it is to me over Battlefield 1? Have you been enjoying the game so far? And of course, what you think of this video. If it was interesting, helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. But with all that being said, I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you in the next Battlefield 5 video.